What is up, enthusiasts? It is Cedar Flags here, and welcome back to another one of my videos. So, when I was looking at several series that I have done, I noticed that a lot of them are getting a lot of views and need more installments. And one of them that I was pretty shocked at was my Unpopular Opinion series. This was a series that, in all honesty, I thought would have faded out by now, but this is the 8th installation of it. I'm honestly just surprised that so many enthusiasts, in fact tens of thousands, have been interested in my roller coaster opinions. To be fair, I would be pretty interested as well. This past summer, I got a bunch of new credits, well over 100. And I have to say that there are so many new opinions that I have to share, and this installment isn't even scratching the surface. So if you want a part 9 or even a special part 10, let me know down in the comments below. From Raging Bull all the way to Wildcat at Lake Compounds, here is my 8th installment of Unpopular Roller Coaster Opinions. So, like many of you enthusiasts, I watch a lot of roller coaster YouTubers, and I see a lot of rankings when it comes to different types of roller coasters. And when I see B&M Hyper rankings, I always see Raging Bull near the bottom, or at the very most, near the middle. And I have to say, I disagree, because I absolutely love Raging Bull, more than the average enthusiast, and I have it ranked pretty high. Out of 286 coasters, I have it currently in my top 20, and I have it ranked over rides like Orion at Kings Island, Mako at SeaWorld Orlando, and even Fury 325 at Carowinds. It could possibly be the best B&M I've ever been on, but I haven't really decided that yet. Anyways, getting back to Raging Bull, I think this ride has a perfect mix of positive G's and negative G's, and I think they intertwine so well. The positive G's on this ride are unlike any other B&M I've ever been on. The drops, especially the ones off of the first drop in the mid-course and the back, are absolutely insane, and every single hill while you're sitting in the back row will pull you out of your seat near the bottom. And then the positive G's, well, let me say the finale is one of the best. You have leg tightening positive G's throughout the whole ride, especially the ending helixes, and I have to say that these are incredible. If you haven't already, go out to Great America and ride this absolute masterpiece of a roller coaster. Something that intrigues me a lot as a roller coaster enthusiast are roller coasters that have extremely mixed opinions. And one of those roller coasters that was high on my bucket list for that exact reason was Thunderbolt at Luna Park in Coney Island. And I finally got to ride it this past month on a massive 2-week road trip. And I have to say, I think even though this ride gets extremely mixed opinions, mine was a little more negative than others. And I have a few reasons. I was expecting a decent roller coaster, but I didn't have my expectations too high. It wasn't too much of a disappointment from what I expected, but I was definitely underwhelmed because, in my opinion, it is the worst roller coaster at Luna Park. Soarin' Eagle, it's pretty bad, but in my opinion, I think Thunderbolt's just a little worse. And here's why. First of all, the trains and the restraints. Now, usually I don't have a problem with restraints. I don't mind them on Skyrush or Superman the Ride, and I could just freely enjoy the ride on those rides. But on Thunderbolt, it's an exception because the restraints are super tight on your thighs and have absolutely no padding. It's hard plastic, and that is going to torture you the whole ride. And what doesn't make it any better are the rough transitions on the ride and the overall awkward layout. I love the layout on this ride, but the profiling is a little off, and I really feel like the execution of this amazing layout ruins the ride for me. But anyways, I can see why some people do enjoy it. Going from a more negative opinion to something a little more positive, but not too positive. Anyways, let's go slightly up north in New England to ride Wildcat at Lake Compounds. Lake Compounds is the oldest operating amusement park in the country, and it has a classic wooden coaster with it, the Wildcat, which is, well, not one of the most loved coasters. It makes many people's top 5 or even top 3 least favorite roller coasters, and many people say it's one of the roughest coasters of all time. And while I don't think it's a great coaster, heck, I don't even think it's a good coaster, it is not one of the worst coasters I've been on. In fact, I just found it a little below decent, and actually, I found Boulder Dash in the back to be rougher than Wildcat, which is pretty funny. But anyways, this ride really isn't horrible in my opinion, but definitely could use a little bit of TLC. Moving on to my next opinion, we're talking less about a specific roller coaster and talking more about a roller coaster model that I think gets so much hate and a lot of unnecessary hate. It is the Vacoma SLC. I've gotten to ride 5 of these, more specifically T3 at Kentucky Kingdom, Mind Eraser at Darien Lake, Thunderhawk at Michigan's Adventure, the Great Nor'easter at Maurice Piers, and the Riddler Revenge at Six Flags New England. And I did not find a single one of these to be horrible. Yeah, a few of them might be a little rattly and have awkward transitions, but like I said, I did not hate a single one of these. Anyways, all of these SLCs are great rides in my opinion. They have really cool layouts, they have a great package of inversions, and they are extremely well rounded. And the ride at Darien Lake, I feel like gets the most hate out of the ones I've ridden. Yeah, it is a little rough, but people say it's one of the worst coasters on the planet. And I would heavily disagree. It probably doesn't even make my bottom 40. Anyways, these are all great rides, and I hope that more are built around the world, like the one at Energylandia Mayan that was just constructed. So, for my final opinion in this installment, we are going to go to Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey to talk about one of their star roller coasters, Jersey Devil. Now, many people have mixed reviews on this coaster, just like our first opinion, but I have to say, it's going to be hard to find a fan of Jersey Devil that's bigger than me, because out of 286 roller coasters, I have it ranked almost in my top 10. It just misses my top 10, and I have it ranked over some incredible coasters like Lightning Rod at Dollywood, Wicked Cyclone at Six Flags New England, and Fury 325, and, well, every other B&M I've ever ridden. This ride is insane, and Jersey Devil deserves all the hype, and even more. This ride just blew me away in every single way possible. It has some of the strongest airtime I've experienced, it has some of the best pacing I've experienced, and overall, it is just a very well-rounded ride. First off, let's talk about the pacing. Though not as good as a ride like Iron Gwazi, the pacing is still incredible, and this ride is just balls to the wall from start to finish. Second off, the airtime. That camelback specifically after the first inversion has to be one of my favorite airtime moments of all time, and honestly comes close to being on par with some of El Toro's moments. Second off, we gotta talk about the inversion package. You have a 0G stall, a 0G roll, and a very impressive dive loop, which all gives some sort of airtime or hang time. Third off, the finale. The finale is one of my favorite moments on any coaster I've ever been on. Back-to-back crazy ejector airtime moments with some crazy positive G's as well. There really is nothing that lacks on this roller coaster, especially on a good day when there are no trims running. This is overall just a phenomenal ride and one of my favorite RMCs. So, what do you think about all these opinions? Do you agree with any of them? Let me know down in the comments below. But until the next installment, this is Cedar Flags, and I'll see you all later.